Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello, and good evening. Oh, what a crazy couple days it's been for me. Hello. How are you this evening? How is everyone? Welcome to all my friends watching on YouTube. Hey, Bonnie. And all my friends watching on Facebook. How are you? I know, right? Hi, Tammy. What is she doing on? Girl, this is 7:30. Hey, Jessica, I got you in my prayers. I have been praying for you. That's for sure. Well, Anne Marie, I'm glad you caught me now. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Mary. You doing okay? Good. Good. Hi, Christine. Look, it says, have a great day. And then watch what happens. Did you see that? It's funny. It's so funny. Hi, Sue. How you doing? Hi, Vanessa. I bet, Vanessa, but that's okay. Sound better? I feel better. I really do feel better. I was having some quiet time with myself. Oh, really, Jess? All right, honey. I'll make sure I put it on there. Hi, Chetta. Upper respiratory and flu. All right. I'm certainly going to pray for you. Hi, my friends. Happy Thursday. And I want to say, you know what, guys? I'm going to get right to the point because today I was having some quiet time with myself. And hi, Margaret. And abracadabra, she made it disappear. Have a great day. Ever have a day like that where you just want to give it the finger? I got news for you. I don't know what time of day it is for you now. It might be 7:30. Hey, Nick. How you doing, buddy? How's my bestest son? He's my only son, but he's my bestest son. So today I was having some quiet time. And I, was talking to God. And hey, Denise. And was talking to God. And someone today said something that kind of triggered me, but not in necessarily a bad way. You know how sometimes someone could say something and it triggers you to a point where you're like, oh man, that really pisses me off because the last person who said that to me did this to me and blah, 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 blah. And we're so busy pointing the finger that we don't realize there's three pointing back at us. Okay. 3 pointing back at us. So, we have to do it with ourselves as well as others. But I was thinking, this person said something to me and I thought, you know what? That's very interesting because I remember it this way, and I remember this way, and this way. And then the comment was brought back to me, and she said, it just feels like I've had a black cloud over me all day. Come to think of it, she goes, all week, all month. Listen, what we focus on, what we give thought to, we also give it life. So if you feel like you're having a dark cloud over you, because you might be putting it there. You might be putting it there. Now, here comes the throwback part. Think about where you were this time 3 years ago. Just use 3, use 2, use even a year if you want. Think back to where you were. Was it a darker time in your life? I'm going to guarantee that 9 out of 10 of you, it's going to be a much darker time. Okay? Positivity is moving something in a forward direction. It's moving it forward. A lot of times we misuse the word straight. It's more of an angular thing. But when we want to move something forward in our life, and get rid of the black cloud. Get rid of the negativity that's next to us or behind us. Do you know what I mean? No, never mind. I just have flashbacks. Yeah, no, I don't, Denise. But seriously, guys, if you remember back where you were 2 or 3 years ago, maybe not right this second, right now, right this millisecond, okay? If you look back to where you were 2 to 3 years ago, where were you? Were you in a much more negative? Just in the comments. I'm curious because, I mean, for me, it was a more negative spot than I am in now. Much, much, much more negative this time 3 years ago. I picked 3 years ago because 3 years ago this time, I had something very beautiful and very positive and very life-changing happen to me. But before then, it was very dark. Margaret says super dark. No, thank you. I don't want to go back there. So it was dark for Denise. How about you guys? Was it dark for you as well? You were in a much more positive place 3 years ago. Really? Then Anne-Marie, that's good to know. Take a snapshot of this and go back 3 years. But most of us have to move forward. And moving forward means you're moving in a positive direction. Forward is positive. Backwards is negative. Agreed? Well, we're all constantly moving towards the light. We're always constantly moving, period. Hey, Lacey. It was dark for you. You're in a better place now. My awakening happened 3 years ago. My spiritual journey took off. There you go. Negative big time 3 years ago. So much better now. Yeah, let me just digress a little bit. 3 years ago, January 13th, I was in a very negative headspace. I was doing Coffee with Dawn, but I did it once or twice at this point in time because I wanted to see where it would go. I was also living in a place where I was, how do I want to say this? I was very blessed to have that place to stay, but I was homeless, guys. I was homeless. Not in a physical way, in a legal way. What does she mean by that? What? I don't understand that. Well, here's what it was. I was homeless, and a friend of mine said, come stay with me. Come stay with me. My door is open. I stayed with her for 18 months. 18 months. That's a year and a half. That's an awfully long time. I had saved some money. So I knew I had enough money to get into a place, but to maintain it on a monthly basis, I was panicked. I was thinking so negatively. Now, I will tell you this, going back 5 years ago, the price of a Girl Scout box of cookies. 5 years ago. Okay, 5 years ago. I had applied for housing assistance. Wasn't making a lot of money. Was getting very ill. Was having this sickness and that sickness. And I thought it would never end. I was sick with this. I was sick with that. Oh, no, look, a new diagnosis. So, see, you didn't have an address. I stayed with someone, so I had an address. But I didn't have a place of my own. For all intents and purposes, I was homeless. And it wasn't the first time. It was the second time. So when something happens to you the first time, you're like, oh, wow, okay, what can I learn from this? The second time, you're thinking, what did I miss the first time around? What did I miss? This has happened to me the second time. So guess what? I didn't learn my first lesson. I did not learn the lesson I should have all those years ago. Do you know what I mean? Hi, Danielle. So I didn't learn the message I was supposed to learn because I was already homeless once. And here I was homeless again. So I stayed with a very beautiful friend for 18 long months. And when I tell you I paid basically nothing to her parents, I paid basically none. Okay. So I took it personally. Instead of looking at it as a blessing and thinking how wonderful that someone has blessed me. How wonderful. I had that part. But what I didn't get was that, wow, I must be worthy of good things because someone is blessing me with something. Because when someone blesses you with something, when you're blessed, it's given freely. And you're giving blessings because you're worthy. Blessings. You hear I said that? Blessings. We're giving blessings because we are worthy, because we are a child of God. That's it. Now, we know source energy is our God conscious. So whether you have a creator or Buddha, whoever it is, that's your higher power, that's your God. And we are graced by God. So we're given these blessings. And while I had them, I don't think I was as appreciative. Wait, flip that back. When I had them, I was very appreciative. But now looking back, I don't think in the time since my moving out that I was as appreciative. So I started writing them a letter today. All three people that were responsible for me living basically rent free, all right, for 18 months. And explaining how blessed my life is now because of them. Okay. So I started that letter today. When I did, I took a break and was having some more quiet, reflective time. That's what I'm calling it, reflective time. It occurred to me because earlier I had said to God, I said, listen, Spirit, tell me what you need me to talk about on Coffee with Joe, and I will go live sometime today, even though it's a crazy day. Okay. We all have our crazy days. Yesterday, it was impossible for me to go live. So I'm glad I can go live now, whether it's for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, right? Okay, so we're live. So I said, what message do you need me to carry to my friends and people who may be listening? And here is the message I got. For them not to get stuck under the same cloud of darkness that they once carried. For tomorrow the sun will shine again. Hope is real. It is alive. And there are always better days to come. There are always better days to come. What do we have to do? Is there anything we can do to get to those better days? Oh, hell yes, there is. We can move ahead, forge ahead. And how do we go ahead? How do we go forward? With positive thoughts, with positive reinforcements. Even if you just take a blank sticky note and write on it, tomorrow, I will feel the sunshine. Feel the sunshine. So no matter where I am tomorrow, I'm going to write this out because I know it'll be sunny. I have a sticky here. I don't know if you can see the sticky note. Tomorrow, I will feel the sunshine. I'm going to put it right on my computer. And I'm going to make sure that tomorrow I go out and feel the sunshine. Why? Because feeling that sunshine will enable me to let go of the negativity. It will be a positive reinforcement that I have released all the negative thoughts of today. And believe me, there were some. I'm perfectly imperfect. That means I'm human. And guess what that means? We're all going to go to those places from time to time. I love that, Margaret. Tomorrow I will be the sunshine. Honey, I've got to post that here. Margaret says, tomorrow I will be the sunshine. By the way, I love that picture of you. Yeah, I mean, we've been so look. Oh, today you got a brand new living room heater. Make sure it's safe, Deborah. And congratulations, you're sleeping warm tonight. Because sometimes in these apartments that we go into, they're not so warm. Sometimes we're not in charge of our own heat. I'm really blessed. I have a lot of utilities included, almost all of them in my rent. I have a very kind landlord, and he very much appreciates he appreciates getting his rent on time. But I was worried. I was worried this time. 3 years ago, I was worried because I had to move out by the 15th of the month, and I didn't have a place yet. I didn't have a place yet. Can I just tell you, I didn't have a place yet, and I was moving in 2 days. So I was a little nervous and didn't know what to expect. I threw my hands up and I said, God, here are my problems. Please take them. The very next day, I got a phone call from someone who wanted to let me know that I was now at the top of a list. I waited well over 2 years. It was like, I think it was like it was almost 3 years. Anyway, 2 years. 18 months. Yes, it was 2 years. It was 2 years, a little over 2 years. Hey, Quidera. Hey, Cheryl. So I waited and I got the phone call and I sat and I cried and I cried and I cried. I was so blessed. I wanted to throw myself down. I wasn't in a place to get down on my knees at the time, but I was driving. I got the phone call. My name was at the top of the list. I could look for a place to live and they would I had to cover the security deposit, okay, which was a month and a half, I think. Yeah, a month and a half. And last month's rent. I had that. Oh my gosh, I had that because they hadn't charged me anything. And it was slow, but I was saving money. I had that. I was so happy I had that. So I was on my way to babysit for my daughter. I was on my way to babysit Josie. Hey, Vicky, welcome. So I turned around and I was like, okay, I'm going to look right in the paper. Oh, I only got a few days. Maybe I can ask the Harrises for another day or two or maybe a week to extend it because I had already asked them to extend it once. So where I was staying, when Josie was asleep, I got online and I checked on my phone. I found a couple places. This was one of them. So he said, listen, I'm going to be in the area because Kristen had opened up the store that day. And I had wasn't going to be working till late tonight. I said, well, I'll tell you what, on the way home, as long as the apartment has lights, I'll come by. I came by. It was perfect for me. The price was perfect. I walked in and it had such a good vibe to it. Such great, clean feeling. Okay. I had been in such a dark place that I would cry myself to sleep, to bed, almost every night, between the pain and the uncertainty of where I was going to live. I didn't want to repeat this the third time. I wanted to get it right this time. And the difference was this time, I let God, I let my higher power, my source energy guide me to this place. They picked it out, not me. And after talking to him for half an hour and taking pictures of the place and everything else, I did the application and he ran it first thing in the morning. And on the 15th, I met him here. I paid him my portion and HUD took over the rest. It was just, I got it right. I have been here and don't intend to move unless the Lord, unless my higher power, divine intervention comes along and says, this is where we want you to live now. Do you know what I mean? Hi, Ada. Hi, Carla from Rochester. I love when she says that. Taking a ride with my friend tomorrow. He wants me to go Thursday again. Oh, yay. I know. I need a bigger house. Well, Denise, you could get a mother-in-law suite, and I'm no, it's okay. But I mean, the way things transpired, if I did not allow the positivity to flow, I don't think I would be. I know darn well, I wouldn't be in this house. I might not even have a house to live. I don't know where I would be. So, what do you have to do to those negative thoughts? How about the negative people in your life? How about yourself? When you stand in your own way, throw them out the window to both. I'm telling you, sometimes we could be our own worst enemies. Sometimes we stand in our own way. If we don't open our heart, how far is prayer going to get us? If we don't open our heart, how far is doing acts of kindness going to get us? If we're doing acts of kindness, expecting kindness to come back to us, you're doing it wrong. I'll tell you straight up, because I was on that road. But if you're doing acts of kindness, random acts of kindness are even best. If you do something kind to others without expecting anything back, that's the greatest blessing of all. And that will come back to you. That's positive. We may think something's positive. We can tell ourselves, tomorrow I will be the sunshine. But if you wake up in the morning and you're in a cranky mood and you take your anger out on somebody else who didn't deserve it, that's not a positive action. Tomorrow, and we'll just take one day at a time, take 1 hour at a time. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, tell yourself, tomorrow, I will be the sunshine. Be that ray of sun. Be that message of hope, that positive, inspirational message that someone really needs to hear. Because I know whether you're watching the replay or whether you're watching me live, somebody needs to hear this. Because they don't give me empty messages. They give me messages that somebody needs to hear. And I'm sorry, guys, we're all the same in the fact that we're perfectly imperfect humans. If we get stuck in our headspace, we can overthink and think our way out of a very blessed situation, especially if you don't feel worthy of the blessings. I know I've been there. You have to know and understand that you are worthy of good things. It doesn't matter how much prayer or how many people you have praying for yourself. If you don't put into practice positive self-love, positive self-growth, and for a lot of you, loving yourself is the most positive growth you can have right now. I know, because I've been there. I've been there, guys. You know, when someone, I'll just say this. When one of our children act or react a certain way, or they're having a rough time in life, it takes a lot of self-esteem to say, wow, even though I would like to take it all away from them, I don't want them to cheat. I don't want to cheat them out of a wonderful experience. Because whatever your children are going through, whatever you're going through, it's not permanent. It's not permanent. It's temporary. And when people make permanent decisions based on a temporary situation, it's heartbreaking. But it's not about me. It's about my children. It's about their journey. It's about their life. Even though I, as a parent, would love to go in and save my children, every time they get into a fix or every time they doubt themselves, they have to learn it themselves. They have to do it themselves or it's not going to stick. It's like me. How many times did I have to be homeless without learning the lesson that I have to have accountability? I have to have accountability in letting my source energy, my higher power, my divine intervention to lead my way. I was a woman of God, yes, but I wasn't listening. Obedience was a big thing for me because I take the word obedience and I had always put a negative connotation with it. You know what I mean? Like obedient. I'm not going to be obedient to anybody. It's not about obedience. It's about listening. It's about trusting. It's about trusting yourself. It's about trusting the whole process. And it's about having faith over fear. Affirmations helped me a lot too, Ada. Speaking it out loud was the only way I got it because saying it to myself wasn't doing it. But when I started saying it out loud and these stickies, I got to tell you, these stickies right here. I don't know if you can see. There we go. Well, maybe not. Tomorrow I will feel the sunshine. These stickies were a lifesaver to me. I remember when I started this, because, it took me a while, but I remember I was on the computer way too much. And I was doing therapy on the computer, and I was doing a lot of things on the computer. And a lot of my extra time wasn't with my children when it should have been. But if you ask them, that's probably one of the things they'll remember is sticky notes all over the place, all over my desk, all over my computer, because that's when I started my affirmations. But it wasn't until I said them out loud I heard them. They vibrated outward. That whole forward path, I was putting out forward positive things about myself. I was moving myself forward without even realizing it. That's exactly it, Vicki. And look how long it's taken you to get there, Vicki. I am worthy of his love. What happened to my child was not my fault. What happened to you as a child? Because listen, you can have the best mothers, best fathers. Things still happen. Okay? They're adverse childhood reactions, experiences that cause us to react and digest our self-worth a different way. I have to tell myself this daily. Most days I can make it through the day without feeling worthless. I'm going to tell you something, Vicki. Eventually, if you keep this up, eventually, you won't even hesitate. You'll know. You'll have that inner feeling, and it won't even dawn on you that you even remotely thought that way or felt that way. It'll come naturally. It will. It's the hardest work I've ever had to do is working on myself, but it's been the most gratifying. And the longer I better myself and the longer I'm on this path, this journey, the more grateful I am. And the more I enjoy being around my family. And I actually feel like yesterday, I'm going to give you an example. Yesterday was a day when I could have used a hug. So I know that right now the best person, she gives the best hugs. I feel the love like so so deep, It's Josie and Lily. And Lily she rests her head here and she pats you like this and goes, that's a hug, a hug. But she goes, that's her hug. Josie gives you a hug and she squeezes you. But my daughter looked at me and she goes, Are you okay? Because this, and that is that. I said, yeah. I said, I'm okay. I said, thanks for letting me come over and getting the loves. She goes, yeah, and of course. Like, why would I even hesitate? You know what I mean? So when she reacted that way, I'm like, damn, it was me putting those walls up. Like, oh, I can't get a hug. Oh, I can't ask for why can't I ask for a hug? We all need hugs sometimes. You know what I mean? So it was like when she reacted that way, and she's, why wouldn't it be okay? We're family, right? So it was beautiful yesterday. It says Facebook user, hello Dawn. I don't know who you are, hon, because you need to go into StreamYard and just okay it with StreamYard and Facebook. Tell Facebook it's okay for me to see your comments. And then I'll see your face and your name. Kristen goes, well, what time are you doing it now? I'm going to have Josie on as a special guest. She wants to talk about Girl Scout cookies. So I'm going to have a coffee with Dawn on Saturday. Probably mid-morning. Oh, she's such a listen, with Josie, what you see is what you get. And I got to tell you, that is the most beautiful thing anyone can give anyone. Hi, Jen. Yep, Saturday she's going to talk about her Girl Scout cookies. Okay, so Saturday. So we're going to do it Saturday mid-morning. I'll post it. I'll do it just like this so you know, and you can get a reminder. Food chat. Oh, those are always good. She's so funny. She goes, oh, she forgets nothing is right. Denise, that's an understatement. She's like, cookies are $5 a box, Nan. $5. Oh, let's see. Oops. Clicked the wrong button. Okay. Saturday. Kristen's saying yes, Saturday's good. That's funny. My husband tells me my daughter. Yeah. Get away from me. I laughed and said, Daddy, you're not. That's funny. But you know what? When they're kids, they're different because they're going through their own journey. You know what I mean? They're still trying to figure out who they are. You know what I mean? So, now my kids are pretty solid, most of them. Yeah, 4. Most of them are pretty solid on who they are. But for those who are not yet, there's no time. There's no clock that says you have to know who you are and feel loved and feel that you are a worthy person by age 20. No, it doesn't work that way. We all have our different paths. Cool. Okay. So we're going to do that. Oh, that was you that said hello, Kathy? Good. Yeah, you got to do the permission thing. Listen, I get it. Facebook is trying to change their ways. They are now Meta. They are no longer Facebook. They are Meta, as in Meta Universe. They are trying to get things right. When you have such a great number of users and subscribers to your platform, one little thing affects millions of people, thousands, hundreds of thousands. Do you know what I mean? So they're trying to say, okay, do I, as a creator of content, have permission, your permission, Kathy, to share one of your comments? So they just want to know everything's good. You know what I mean? They just want to know everything's good. So, yeah. I'm not seeing you guys. I will be getting back into the whole 10 a.m. habit thing. It's just sometimes things are out of, that's what I'm learning now. How many boxes did I buy? I'm Nana, and I bought 5 boxes so far. Oh, that's funny. But I'm going to be buying more. Um, I'm just not sure. I have an idea. I just have to make it come to plan. I will though. But I only bought 5 for right now. I'll buy more. They have a gluten-free cookie now. Whoa, whoa. Because I'm doing gluten. I'm trying so hard to do gluten-free the best that I can. But I'm a human being. And sometimes I still have my favorite foods that I don't like to give up. But I pay the price for it. And I'm sick for it as soon as I eat non-gluten things. So it's one of those things. But I'm trying really hard because I want myself to be healthier, because I want to see Josie go to college. I want to see her get married. You know what I mean? And I have my oldest granddaughter is 13 now. Can you imagine? I mean, I should say Lily now, because now Lily is the youngest technically. Plant-based food. But you know what, Liz? I found when I tried the plant-based food, it was like worse. I think because you can't in my body. I don't know about anybody else's body. I can't go from 0 to 100 right away. So now I'm doing gluten-free, and I'm doing really well on the gluten-free. That now I'm taking that extra step and going dairy-free. Most of my stuff are dairy-free. The part I'm having a hard time with is my yogurt. I love my yogurt. So now I do yogurt alternative. I will tell you, they're really good. Oh boy, are they tasty. The problem is they're very expensive. Yogurt went from being like $1 a container, okay, to like $2.39, $3.29 for some. So it's like one of those things. Eventually, I would like to try some plant-based food, but it's just not happening right now for me. But that's okay. No one says I have to get to the finish line within a certain amount of time. Life is not a marathon. I've never even walked a marathon, let alone ran it. My half brother Lou, the doctor, he is an acupuncturist. He's a healer in his own right. He doesn't self-recognize that, but I look at him as a healer. He's a really wonderful guy. Great sense of humor, funny as all get up. Looks just like my dad, but I don't think he likes to hear that. But it's funny because he runs marathons. And even his kids are very healthy. They're very athletic, especially his son. He's a skier. But, it's just one of those things. I can't expect my body to cross the finish line and be as healthy as I want it to be right now. If I did that to myself, that would be a recipe for disaster. Why? Because I'd be setting myself up for failure, guys. I can't do that. I mean, I haven't been focusing on my weight, but I got to tell you, when you go to the doctor's office and the doctor comes in and pats you on the shoulder and says, "What's that for?" The shoulder, actually, he did. And I said, "Oh, what's that for?" He goes, 34 pounds, you're down, 34 pounds. I was like, "Oh, don't give me a number. I'll freak out and start gaining weight." And he laughs at me. But I haven't been trying to lose weight. I've just been eating gluten-free. It's different. It's actually a lot more tastier than I thought it would be, guys. Let me tell you something. There's so many foods right now that are gluten-free, it's not even funny. I'm not a big bread person, not like sliced white bread person. Italian bread, semolina. Yeah, I like the heels of the bread. But other than that, I mean, I could live without bread. So that's half the battle right there. Meditation is your lifesaver right now? I'm back doing meditations. It is, Vicky, but I have to or I get physically sick. Italian bread. Oh, I can't see who that is. My Facebook user friend. Um, you need to go on. I don't even know how you get there. I always forget. But you need to tell Facebook that you allow StreamYard to use your information so they show me your name in your comments. So, okay. Well, I'm going to head off of here for a while because I need to, I feel my sugar going low. Yeah. Jill, it's Jill. Hi, Jill. Oh, I've missed you. But yeah, I can feel when my sugar goes down for the most part, you know. I don't think it's low, but it's getting there because I need to eat dinner. I'm eating dinner way too late. That's the thing I'm working on this week. I did it how many days out of 4? Oh, 1 day. So many of our foods are being recalled. Where's our food inspectors? Don't get me going, Deborah. There's documentaries that I've read, that I've watched, talking about Girl Scout cookies and food. Well, go have a snack. Don't deprive yourself. I don't deprive myself if I want something. You know what I mean? It just has to be gluten-free. You know? And I'm so happy. Girl Scout cookies, gluten-free, 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 gluten-free. And they are shortbread cookies with toffee infused in them. So they sound really good. I like shortbread. So I'm going to do it. I'm getting shortbread. I already ordered some of those, you know? But that's me. What were you going to ask, Margaret? What's StreamYard? StreamYard is the platform that I use to go live with. I think it's more, I don't want to say user friendly. It's more creator friendly. It meets the needs of my audience. Like, I think it's better for you guys. Gluten-free Thin Mints? No, Thin Mints are not. They're not. So I will miss those. So what I intend to do, I did buy a box of Thin Mints, not going to lie. One of the Thin Mint sleeves is going to my daughter's, it's going to Kristen's. And the other sleeve, I'm going to take just 3 cookies at a time and break them up and use them as little sprinkles on my vanilla yogurt. Well, it's a yogurt alternative, but you know, it's made by Silk. It's made with almond milk. But if I put a little bit of those in, it may not hurt my stomach, but it still might give me the reminiscent. You know what I mean? So I can just taste and say, yeah, and envision eating those cookies. That will be good for me. The biggest thing that I have right now are some sugar-free mints that I sit around, but then that's it. Who's calling me? Oh, Ed's calling me. Even over those Thin Mints. Let me just, this is going to keep going. All right, I'll call Ed back. It's what I have in the, yeah, I think I do. I like the unsweetened, it's just me, the unsweetened original almond milk. That's what I like. If I have it for certain recipes, I will get the vanilla flavored of Silk, because they're really good. And sometimes I want that flavor in something that I'm going to cook or make that's going to have no flavor. Ugh. So, but anyway, every day that I try, every positive ounce of energy that I put into my health will come back to me. That's all. I love you guys. I will see you. It should be tomorrow morning. I'll see you. Okay, guys? Have a good night. Love you guys. Oh, this silk chocolate looks really good. Oh, use that with warm hot chocolate. Oh my gosh. I always have those calories though, because it makes my sugars go up. Bye guys. Have a good night. Rest well. Stay blessed.